So AI, it's like word of the year, right? Everyone's talking about it, but are we really on the same page about what it even is? And more importantly, what it means for us, the non-tech geniuses out there. That's why we're diving deep into Google's AI Essentials course description today. Not to become coding wizards overnight, but to see how this tech wave could actually change how we work, maybe even open up some cool opportunities.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so interesting right now. Everyone's throwing around AI like it's going to magically solve all our problems, but this Google course, it's different. It's about actually giving you the tools to use AI, not just have a surface level understanding.
Totally. It's like we've all heard there's gold in those AI hills, but Google's like handing us a map and a pickaxe.
Oh.
But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's back up a bit. What is AI exactly? And what's all this generative AI buzz about? Is that like AI's cooler cousin or something?
Okay, so at its core, Google defines AI as basically computer programs doing things that usually need us humans.
Yeah.
Thinking, learning, making decisions, that sort of thing.
Okay, makes sense.
But then we get to generative AI, and this is where it gets really wild. Generative AI doesn't just analyze data, it actually creates things. Think, text, images, even music, all generated based on what it's learned from existing data.
Whoa, hold on. So we're not just talking about like AI that can tell you the weather or something. It can actually create stuff.
Exactly. And what's cool is this Google course focuses on how you can leverage these tools, not be replaced by them, which I think is a big concern for a lot of people.
Yeah, no one wants to be replaced by a robot. But seriously, why is everyone making such a big deal about this now? What's changed?
Well, the job market is a pretty good indicator. We're seeing a 21 times increase in job postings that mention AI. That's not just a trend, that's like a tidal wave.
21 times. Are you serious? No wonder it feels like everyone's suddenly adding AI skills to their LinkedIn profile.
Exactly. And it's not just about landing a job, it's about transforming how you work right now. This research we were looking at mentioned people saving, on average, 1.75 hours per day by using generative AI. Imagine having an extra 2 hours in your workday. What could you get done?
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Less time on the boring stuff, more time for the things that actually matter. So where does this Google course fit into all of this? All right, so AI is a big deal, changing the workplace landscape, potentially even more so than we realize right now. And this Google AI Essentials course, it's like a crash course in, well, not turning us into AI experts overnight, but at least becoming fluent in AI for our careers, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But what does that actually look like? What's in this course? Are they like revealing the secret recipe for building a robot butler or something?
Not a robot butler, but it's more like getting a toolbox, but instead of hammers and wrenches, you're getting a bunch of powerful AI tools.
Okay, I like where this is going.
And the best part is they don't just hand you the toolbox and leave you to figure it out on your own. They actually walk you through each tool, how to use it safely, what you can even build with it.
Okay, so it's all about learning by doing. Sign me up. But seriously, tell me more about these tools. What exactly are we working with here?
Well, the course is structured around 5 core modules, and they don't just throw you into the deep end right away. They start you off with Introduction to AI.
Right. Got to learn to walk before you can run an AI marathon.
Exactly. It might seem basic, but trust me, having a strong foundation is super important before you go building your AI empire.
Makes sense. So once we've got those AI basics down, what comes next? What's Module 2 all about?
Module 2 is where things get really interesting. They call it Maximize Productivity with AI Tools, and it's all about actually integrating AI into your daily work. And we're not just talking theory here. You get to actually experiment with different AI tools and see how they work. Hands-on experience is key.
Ooh, I love me some hands-on learning.
Yeah.
So like if I were taking this course, would I be like building my own chatbot marketing assistant or something?
You very well could. It all depends on what you want to accomplish with it. And that's actually a perfect segue into Module 3, Discover the Art of Prompt Engineering.
Prompt engineering. Okay, that one sounds a little intimidating, not gonna lie. Is that where I need to learn how to like speak
Yeah.
robot?
Not quite. It's way less complicated than it sounds. It's basically about learning how to talk to AI, how to give it the right instructions or prompts to get the results you need. Think of it like giving someone directions. The clearer and more specific your instructions, the better the outcome.
Okay, so it's all about being like hyper specific with your AI requests. So like if I wanted to dig up data on, say, the best productivity hacks for podcasters, I can't just ask for like productivity tips. I've got to be way more targeted,
You
right?
got it. And that brings us to modules 4 and 5, where we start thinking bigger picture about how this tech is going to impact the future.
Ooh, future proofing. Now you're speaking my language. Tell me everything.
So Module 4 is all about staying ahead of the AI curve. Because here's the thing. This tech isn't static, it's constantly evolving. This module equips you with the skills and the mindset to be able to adapt as AI advances.
That is huge. I feel like knowing how to learn and evolve is like the most valuable skill you can have these days with everything changing so fast.
Absolutely. And then Module 5 brings it all home by zooming in on what this means for you and your unique career path.
Nice.
It helps you identify those opportunities where AI can actually supercharge your existing skills and make you even more valuable.
So it's not just about learning AI in some abstract way. It's about figuring out how it fits into your own career journey, like right now. That's really cool. But let's be honest, is this really something anyone can do? Or do you need to be like a coding ninja to even think about signing up? So we've talked about what AI is, why it's causing such a stir, and how this Google course could be your ticket to not just surviving, but actually thriving in this new world of, well, robot overlords. I'm kidding, kind of. But really, who is this course actually for? Is Google just looking for a few good coders, or can anyone jump in and skill up?
That's the thing, you might be surprised. There's this idea out there that AI is only for, the tech geniuses, the ones who dream and code.
Yeah, I totally get that.
But this Google course description, it's like they knew people would think that because they address it head on.
Really? How so?
In there, who is Google AI Essentials for section, they literally say it's for anyone who feels overwhelmed at work, anyone who wants to work smarter, not harder. It's about finding a better way to get things done.
It's like they're reading my mind. Because, yeah, AI sounds cool, but sometimes I can barely manage my email inbox, let alone learn a whole new skill set.
Right, and they back it up with testimonials from people who've actually taken the course, and their backgrounds are all over the place.
Ooh, yeah, the testimonials. Always love a good success story. Tell me about some of these AI converts. Who are these people?
Well, there's Candace. She said she went in knowing almost nothing about AI.
Okay.
But by the end of the course, she felt like she actually understood the basics. And here's the best part. She's already planning on using what she learned, not just at work, but in her personal life too.
See, that's what I love to hear. It's not just about like adding another line to your resume. It's about gaining skills that actually improve your life, make things easier, maybe even more fun.
Yeah.
Okay, who else do we have?
We've got David, who described it as an excellent non-technical introduction, which I think speaks volumes.
Yeah, no kidding. So many courses are just full of jargon. It's refreshing to hear they're making AI accessible. All right, we've got one more testimonial, right? What about Chris?
Chris is an interesting one. He started out skeptical, not sure how AI applied to his work at all. He thought it was like just a tech industry thing.
So he wasn't convinced it was relevant to his world.
Yeah.
What changed his mind?
He said the course opened his eyes to how AI could actually be useful in his field. It completely changed his perspective. And isn't that what this deep dive is all about? It's not just about learning about AI, it's about wrapping our heads around how it's changing the way we work, how we think about the future, the possibilities.
Absolutely. So, big picture, we've explored what AI is, why it's making waves, and how this Google course could be your ticket to not just surviving, but thriving in this new AI-powered world. What's the one thing you want our listeners to walk away with today? If they could only remember one thing, what would it be?
I think it boils down to this. This AI wave, it's already here. Ignoring it isn't really an option anymore. And this Google course, it's like grabbing a surfboard instead of getting humbled by the waves. It's about taking control, not just getting swept away.
I love that analogy. And hey, maybe riding this AI wave will take you somewhere totally unexpected and amazing. Who knows, maybe this time next year, you'll be the one giving advice on how AI transformed your career.
There you go.
As always, thanks for diving deep with us. We'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.